embarrassing twist, all caught on Extra Undercover. Then, an extra exclusive Leonardo DiCaprio in a never-before-seen film, the Lost Leonardo movie, only on Extra.
Tonight at 7 on NBC 10.
Ahead on Coast Guard. We're on patrol in the Florida Keys investigating a boat that's gone aground when we encounter 2 intoxicated trespassers. We'll then be on scene off the coast of Massachusetts when a fishing vessel catches fire. The crew, without survival suits, braves the 40-degree water as they wait for rescue. And then we'll fly with the Coast Guard when they grant the wish of a 7-year-old cancer patient. His ride in a helicopter ends up to be a very special moment in this young boy's life. Hi, I'm Scott Morris. These stories and more coming up on this episode of Coast Guard. Some Coast Guard missions involve high-risk and intense team effort. Other missions are fairly routine. That contrast between high and low-level endeavors is especially great in the Florida Keys. Coasties there are responsible for patrolling hundreds of miles of waterways, and during their patrols, they encounter a wide range of boaters, from adventure seekers to people who make their living from the sea to everything in between. This next story is about a couple of guys in between. On this day, a Coast Guard unit out of Station Key West sets out on a simple mission to check on a grounded boat to make sure no fuel or oil is polluting the water.
Who's that up there? Is that your friend?
I can ride too, also.
At this point, the Coast Guard assumes the 2 men are on board to guard the boat, but on a hunch, they decide to double-check with the boat's owner.
You should not have anybody on board tonight, is that correct?
Are you aware that with you being on board that you're trespassing?
We thought maybe somebody's dead out here or something.
All right, guys, got a question for you. You 2 guys have an ID for me, please?
I'll give you my ID.
Can I
don't have ID. My name is good.
Can I see your ID, Captain?
I don't have it.
You don't have it? 522. Hang on that side. Station Key West, 522, Roger. Could you run a couple names for me, please? Run them through F&P, run them 1029P, over.
522, this Station West, Roger, and send the traffic over.
You okay?
I don't know, Captain. We're just waiting for the checks to come back. You guys not wanted for anything, are you?
Yeah, Kerry, could you give us a ride? Oh, man, I don't want to be on this boat. I don't know whose boat this is.
If you didn't want to be on it, why'd you come out with him on it in the first place?
Well, he wasn't doing it when I got on it.
Oh, now, come on. It's been doing this way since 5 o'clock this morning.
We just walked out here. I'm soaking wet.
I'm sure.
Roger, if you also could call Key West PD and tell them, too, we have 2 fine individuals out here on the boat that's right off of Smathers Beach that did not have permission, and see if they want to pursue it. Over.
Be patient with us. Give us a few minutes.
I don't think we have to.
Yeah, we did. And there was nobody dead here or nothing. We just come on.
You were asleep here when I pulled up.
Right. What are we going to do? We're deciding whether to walk through the water or maybe somebody would help us. Because we came out here to help somebody, but there was nobody here.
The officers now have to determine what to do with the trespassers, in addition to their original mission, which is to make sure the water surrounding the grounded boat isn't being contaminated.
522 to Station Key West, over.
Station Key West, 522.
522 to Station Key West. Both individuals are 1054, 1029, over.
Station Key West, 522, Roger, good.
That means we get a ride?
Well, that means you guys are not wanted for anything.
Nah, man, all the girls want us.
Yeah, when?
But we didn't find no mermaids out here, man. You give us a ride in, please?
Stand by a minute, Captain. Let me figure this out. figure out what's going on here. Grand finale, Coast Guard 212502, Roger. We're going to meet the QS Police Department at White Street Pier in approximately 10 minutes. I didn't know if the owner was aware of that.
Come on. Come to the front of the boat and you can come onto our boat.
All right, man.
Just be careful on the deck up there.
I don't care. It's much better than being out here.
Yeah. You need to get to the front of the boat and sit down.
No problem.
What all you got in your backpack there? You would leave that back here for me.
You need to come on, and you need to sit down actually on the floor.
I don't want him sitting at the floor.
Sit him on the floor.
If you want to ride, you'll sit down.
Sit down on the floor for me, guys.
Hey guys, sit down on the deck.
On the
Sit
deck.
down on the deck.
Oh, come on, man.
I can't see up there.
Yeah, you're a little boy. I'm never going to help nobody anymore.
Sit down for me, Captain. Wait till we get up here.
Him I recognize. Come on. Him I recognize. I recognize.
They got
So much to drink already, I can tell you that.
He's back there.
Get their bag. You gonna need assistance with these guys?
See you later, alligator.
Thanks, guys.
Appreciate your help.
The Coast Guard motto is Semper Paratus, always ready. And what that means is that they're always ready to deal with the unexpected. Sometimes it's intense and often dangerous. Other times it's just a little bit out of the ordinary. Up next, we'll ride with an air crew out of Air Station Cape Cod. Their mission? To rescue 3 fishermen who have abandoned a burning boat, only to find themselves in 40-degree water without exposure suits. Then later, it's a touching story, when a local fire department teams up with a Coast Guard crew to give a young cancer patient 2 experiences to remember. Don't go away.
I need to feel strong.
I need 65 more years with him.
I need
to do-see-do.
One A Day knows we all need something different to feel our best. Because women need more calcium, there's One A Day Women's Formula.
I need a zookeeper.
Our men's formula has more B vitamins, and we added more vitamin C and E to One A Day 50 Plus.
I need to break 100.
Feel your best. Take your One A Day. It's just what you need.
Yeehaw!
When the snow melts and the earth blooms, the mountain air takes on a clean, fragrant freshness. Your clothes can have that clean mountain scent with Mountain Spring Tide.
Like regular scent powder Tide, its unique cleaning system washes away many tough stains better than leading regular powders and helps clean away the fuzz that can make cottons look old.
Fresh, like a cool mountain spring.
Mountain Spring Tide. If it's gotta be clean, it's gotta be Tide.
You've spent your entire life sleeping in an old-fashioned flat bed, but now you have the opportunity to find out about a better, healthier way to relax and sleep. Get this free information kit about Craftmatic adjustable beds. Call toll-free and a helpful operator will mail you a free Craftmatic adjustable bed catalog and this special rebate certificate. It's worth $200 off any Craftmatic Model 1 adjustable bed. Why is Craftmatic making this rebate offer? It's our way of saying thanks for taking the time to find out about Craftmatic. There is, of course, absolutely no obligation for calling toll-free and requesting this helpful information kit. So if you have any interest in adjustable beds, pick up your phone and call now.
Call toll-free 1-800-892-2626. That's 1-800-892-2626. Toll-free 1-800-892-2626.
Our next story takes us out into the Atlantic Ocean, 100 miles from the coast of Boston. While out fishing, the Isabel J runs into serious trouble when their engine room suddenly bursts into flames.
burning boat was spotted by a British airliner who radioed to call in appropriate authorities, who then contacted the Coast Guard. And from about 20 minutes out, we could see the smoke trail. It's quite visible from about 30 miles away. We arrived on scene. The boat was fully ablaze. And approximately 200 yards downwind of the boat, we saw a raft. Didn't initially see anybody in the raft because it was covered. There were a lot of uncertainties when we first arrived. We didn't know the condition of the survivors. We didn't know how long they'd been exposed to the 40-degree water temperatures. We didn't know if they had been exposed to the fire and or the smoke on the boat. I knew we only had 15 minutes of on-scene endurance based on our given fuel situation. We made the approach to a low hover to assess the situation, and we saw one of the survivors stuck his head out of the raft. We knew then that there was at least one person that was okay. We knew that the survivors were already wet, given that the water temperature was around 40 degrees. The survival time in water at that temperature is very minimal. We had to act as quickly as possible.
The rescue swimmer does a free fall into the cold water and swims to the raft. There he finds 3 fishermen, all alive and well, but possibly hypothermic. None of the 3 are wearing survival suits or life jackets. The rescue swimmer pulls 2 of the survivors from the raft. They are hoisted one at a time to the helicopter.
The third and final survivor was reluctant to jump into the water because he was a non-swimmer. So the rescue swimmer offered his flotation device, which the survivor accepted. And once he donned that, he went into the water, and the swimmer was able to bring him over to the rescue device to be hoisted up to the helicopter. They were all very cold, mildly hypothermic. They all had looks of concern on their faces. And we brought the rescue swimmer aboard, and we departed for Boston, which was going to be the nearest point of land for us to transport the survivors to the nearest medical facility. When we left the scene, the boat was still fully ablaze, engulfed in smoke, and burning rapidly.
Meanwhile, a Coast Guard cutter was also sent to help, but damage from the fire was so extensive that the Isabel J sank before the ship could get there.
We just come out, in about 2 minutes went by, we smelled smoke, turned around, stepped back through the door, and just completely, that black smoke like rubber burning or wiring, just whooped the whole wheelhouse was filled. So we just, by the time we got into the life raft, the whole thing was gone.
Well, the biggest thing that I encountered was when I got to the raft, one of them could not swim, and you've heard of the expression, give the shirt off your back. I gave him my life vest off my back.
With no hull to salvage or inspect, the fishermen would never learn what caused the fire. All 3 were taken to a Boston hospital for hypothermia, where they were treated and then released. Up next, a heartfelt story of people who care. A Virginia Fire Department and a Coast Guard crew shine a few moments of happiness into the life of a 7-year-old boy suffering from cancer. Stay with us.
Try new Oriental style from Wishbone.
He's sleeping. Can you believe it? Yeah, Unisom, about half an hour ago. He gave me a hard time, and he took it. Big baby. Yeah, Unisom. What the pharmacist did. I know it's not habit forming. He's the one who made a big deal. Want to say hi? He sent his regards. All right. You too.
I can see things clearly through this lens.
Smile. Nice.
And seeing their healthy white teeth made me realize mine weren't as white as I'd like. But I don't want a bleaching toothpaste. Lucky for me, something new just developed.
New Crest Extra Whitening with an enamel-safe polishing ingredient.
Kind of like a dentist paste. It doesn't bleach. Gently helps my natural whiteness shine through. Why did I become a Crest kid? Want 1,000 words or a picture?
New Crest Extra Whitening. Behind that healthy smile, there's a Crest kid.
Construction work can be rewarding, but it can also be dangerous. Devastating and permanent injuries can result from construction accidents. A weekly check can't cover all your losses. You need money in addition to workers' compensation. That's where we can help. At Rosenbaum & Associates, we handle construction accidents. We have the resources to protect your rights. Call 1-800-7-LEGAL-7 for a free consultation. Let our team of qualified professionals help you. Call now, 1-800-7-LEGAL-7.
You've waited for 5 years.
You know how frustrating it is to be completely in love with someone and not be able to tell her how you feel?
Well, the cat's out of the bag.
I've been wanting to tell you for the longest time.
What took you so long?
Finally, Niles and Daphne's first date. You never know where this could lead. All new Frasier, NBC Tuesday.
Dateline Tuesday. He brought down O.J. Simpson in the civil trial. Now he believes he knows what was behind the murders. An exclusive interview. Dateline NBC Tuesday.
Cancer is a terrible disease, afflicting people from all walks of life. But what makes this next story so sad is that this victim of cancer is a child. Drew Veland is a 7-year-old Virginia boy who was diagnosed with terminal cancer when he was only 3. When James Rhodes, a firefighter with the York County Fire Department, learned of his plight, he and his crew took a special interest in Drew's situation.
We went over and saw him and took him a T-shirt, and my boys' class drew him up some pictures, and we took some of those over there.
Working in conjunction with the Coast Guard, James helps coordinate an experience any 7-year-old boy could dream of: a ride in a fire truck and a Coast Guard helicopter. Once James and the Coast Guard worked out the schedule and had all their plans in place, the stage was set for little Drew Veland to have a very memorable day.
He was real apprehensive about it because we circled around a couple times trying to find the spot. Once we did, I saw him out there, and he was standing with over by the fire department, and he was kind of shaky a little bit.
How you doing, guys? Hi, good. This is Drew. Hi, Drew. Dan Taylor.
He walked over. He was with his mother and one of the firemen. I hopped out, and the rest of the crew was there with me, and it's just like we've known each other. We just started talking, and he was still not quite sure about what was getting ready to happen. He was kind of nervous a little bit, and you could tell with the stutter in his voice.
A couple of the crew members chipped in, bought him a little model of an 860 helicopter that has some buttons on it that you can push. Make engine noises and make a little alarm go off. It seemed to really get a kick out of that.
They all do something different. That's what I was saying with preparing for takeoff. And this is yours that we'll send back home with you.
After we showed him around the helicopter, let him sit in the pilot seat and sort of showed him how to fly a helicopter, gave him a quick lesson and how to pull up on one lever to go up and push forward to make it go forward. Let him see where the crew sits, and we actually turned the power on and let him run the rescue hoist up and down. He got a real kick out of that.
One guy moves the stick, you see how the other one moves. So we got to share. We got to take turns.
And this too. We brought him a flight suit, a hat. We put it on, the flight suit on him, and then he started to perk up a little bit. A lot of the TV cameras at that time started coming at us, and he kind of clammed up a little bit more.
All right.
For a brief time, Drew Beelan is the center of everyone's attention, and everyone involved feels touched by this little boy.
Everybody saw it as a chance to really make a difference in this young man's life, put a smile on his face, really make him feel special for the short time that we were going to cross paths with him.
We had one crewman, Scott Kozak, who really wanted to make it right for this little boy, you know, and really wanted this to be a good thing for him, and he made buddies with him right away. And Scott took good care of him up in the plane. Got him excited to do this, you know, because initially he was a little scared. A helicopter makes a lot of noise, and it was all new to him.
We get started.
Business here in just a minute.
And you'll be able to hear us, pilots and everybody, and we'll be able to hear you. All right? She said she was you can sit right here, and I'll get mine. I got this one. Hey, Mom, look at me. There's nothing to worry about, because I've been doing this for a long time. Yeah. All right?
How long?
Yeah. 11 years.
It's hard to look at, you know, someone like that and think to yourself, boy, this person's dying, you know, and they're being robbed of the opportunity of life, you know, and it makes you realize, you know, I do have a son, and I'm thankful that he's healthy and that he doesn't have to worry about things like that. Scott was talking his ear off. Look, there's your mom, you know, hey, wave everybody, and he was just trying to absorb it all.
Give us a thumbs up, all right.
I think it was in high competition with the fire truck there. He's had a big smile on his face when he got off the fire truck, and he was pretty psyched up when he stepped off the helicopter.
It was the best thing he ever did in his life.
It was amazing to see the difference that it seemed to make for him to have a crew of people in a helicopter that were completely devoted to trying to shine a little bit of a bright light in this young man's life.
Well, I wanted to thank them for taking him out and explaining their job situation and, you know, spending their time. He got to go out on a helicopter, you know, things that he had never done before in his life, you know. He had never, you know, experienced anything like they did for him. So I want to thank everyone.
It really hits home that you realize just how blessed you are, just how important your kids' health are when you're faced with meeting a young man that's been diagnosed with terminal cancer. You realize just how precious that life of a child is.
At Gordon Furniture, we introduce the world of sophistication and romance. Swept away by beauty, our furniture comes alive in your home. Dreams can now become your reality. Experience the moment, only at Gordon Furniture.
He's back. He's sickening. He's bacteria, and he could be on your food. Unless you follow these 4 simple steps. Clean your hands and kitchen surfaces. Separate. Don't cross-contaminate. Cook thoroughly. And chill promptly. So, clean up your act. Because if you want to stay healthy, you gotta fight back.
It's been over a year since the murder of Jean Bonnet. Now, in a talk show exclusive, America's top police psychic goes on the case.
This is where I feel the strongest feeling of Jean Bonnet.
Go on location and search for answers.
She knew her killer. He was hiding the man.
Was it a family member or unknown intruder?
The man that I will be giving you a name of did this murder.
Be there when she reveals the killer suspect for the first time.
Can we see the person that Dorothy believes is the suspect?
Finding Jean Bonnet's killer, all new next, Lisa.
Today at 9 on NBC 10.
Now try new Oriental style from Wishbone.
Where will you be 4 hours from now? Wound up or winding down? What will you be up to when your pain reliever stops working and your headache comes back? Only Aleve can stop your tough headaches all day long with just 2 pills. No other pain reliever can do that. So with Aleve, no matter where you happen to be, you can be pain-free all day long. Aleve. Real relief is all-day relief.
On our next episode of Coast Guard, we'll travel to Long Island 1 week after the crash of TWA Flight 800. While on scene, we'll witness the recovery efforts that were still underway, but more importantly, we'll talk with Coast Guard personnel who played their own role in one of the worst tragedies of the decade. It's a story about innocence lost, about what happens when men and women trained to save lives realize there are no lives left to save. We hope you'll join us for this very special episode of Coast Guard.
Promotional consideration provided by
Tootsie Candy Quiz. Tootsie Rolls have always been low in fat.
True.
Tootsie Pops are even lower in fat.
True.
Tootsie Candy, low fat and delicious.
Take a bite of Croissant Pockets ham and cheddar and discover smoked ham and real cheddar cheese in a crispy, flaky croissant crust.
What are you gonna pick?
Croissant Pockets.
High homocysteine blood levels can be a serious risk factor for heart disease. New homocysteine defense formula from Sundown can help lower these levels.
It's the S.
Next on Spring.
The only time you even give me sex or clean the house is when you find out I have somebody else.
Vicky is Jason's wife, and Lisa is his mistress.
He ain't going home with you, he's going home with me.
An angry wife fights back. Plus,
everyone's gonna play by my rules.
Misty's husband's been sleeping with Anna.
I am more woman than this little girl will ever be.
Wives battle mistresses.
Nothing stops me. Ever.
Next Jerry Springer.
Today at 2 on NBC 10.
Montel presents one woman's tragic story. Barbie struggled alone to raise her children in a crumbling house.
The only thing that kept me going is knowing that it was for them.
But when life became too hard, she had to give them up.
I didn't know where to turn.
Now, 16 years later, we're about to reunite a mother with her grown children.
Would you recognize your mom if you saw her? Maybe I ought to take a look and see.
Oh my God!
Parents reunited with long-lost children on the next Montel.
Today at 3 on NBC.